Hi, I'm Mark from L&M Small Engine. Today we're working on a Husqvarna zero turn. It's a Z254F. Has a Kawasaki FR691V motor on it. It's a pretty nice residential lawnmower. It has the manufactured deck on it, 54-inch, and the Kawasaki engine on it. Little story behind this one here. The guy lives like 4 or 5 hours away, and where he's from, the lawnmower shops didn't want to work on it. I don't know why, but he called me on the phone and asked if I could take a look. I said sure. So he drove 4 or 5 hours to come here, and has a few issues. The throttle's broke on it, and the spring that keeps the hydro belt tension, that's all broke on it and everything, and he wants me to go through everything. So hope you enjoy the video. Okay, so go ahead and jack it up. We'll start in the front under the deck and work our way backwards. Pull it forward so that bagger don't hit the garage door there. Alright, well, the inside of the deck's nice and clean. I'm going to sharpen the blade. Looks like them are 5/8 bolts. 5/8 bolts under there. There's no play in the bearings or nothing like that. So I'll go ahead and pop them off. We'll sharpen them and we'll grease everything where there's a grease circle. We're going to grease all that. Check the deck belt. Check tire pressures and everything. Okay, the blades are nice and square on the ends, so we don't need to replace them. Just need a good sharpening on them. But if they start rounding out right here, we start cutting like heavy wet grass, they'll start leaving strips. But these blades look like in pretty good shape, and you put them all together and they all equal out, so you know they're not bent. So let's go over here and sharpen them. And when I sharpen these, like I'm gonna go back and forth 10 times on each side. If I get a nice sharp edge, and I'll stop. But I always do the same side. Do whatever, how many times I do on this one, I'll do another one to keep the blades balanced. There's 10 there. There's kind of a bad nick right here. There's a few bad nicks on this side. So I'll do it 5 more on each side. Alrighty, let's go put them back on. And they have the stars on them, so make sure you get the stars lined up. And always make sure the wings go up in the deck. Got them heavy duty spindles on them too. For a residential mower, this is pretty beefed up. Okay, let's check the tires now. On the tires, you'll see on the side what's like the maximum pressure to use on them. But on zero turn, it's very important to have the 2 front ones the same and the 2 back ones the same. It says inflate to 42 pounds PSI max. Well, let's see what's in there. There's really nothing in there. Put 40 in there. That one has 25 in it. And that one has 42. Let's do the back ones now. And they'll say on the side too. The back ones usually don't have that. 24 pounds max. Well, we'll put them at 20 for a little bit smoother ride. That tire like 5 pounds in it. There's 20 right there. Now come this other back one over here. That one had 5 in it also. There's 20 in that one there. Now let's do the Zerks. The Zerks and check the belt. So I guess in the fall, which it is now, this guy bags a lot of people's lawns in his neighborhood, I guess, is what he told me. So when the leaves start falling, he wants to start picking them up. Start up here, we got Zerks up here. Make sure they're cleaned off. And we got one on the front tire axle. Need to do it till grease starts coming out the side. And same with this one over here. Now each blade, spindle, or mandrel has one on top of each one. One in the center here. On the center blade. That's why I took that cover off that goes up here. If you don't take that cover off, you can't see that center one. It's really hard to get a grease gun on that one. And while you're doing all this, just inspect everything. The deck belt looks really good. Just make sure all the hangers are hooked up. Nothing bent or broke on it. Make sure the idler pulleys are spinning good. And there we go. Now let's lower it down and change the oil and all the filters and everything. We got to put that new throttle cable on. And that spring for the transmission belt tensioner. It's a nice heavy lawnmower too. And here's that plate I was talking about. Majority of the zero turns have these plates you can take off. That's how you can check your spindles and stuff and grease them. Okay. Well, there's no resistance on that throttle cable. And I'll show you what they did here. The spring broke or something. They just found a regular spring and used some wire. That wire. I got a new spring here. Well, before we start anything, I might as well drain the oil. Oh, and yeah, that air filter is packed. Holy cow. The pre-filter is gone. Look how packed that is, even in there. How could that engine even breathe? It definitely needed a tune-up. That was all in where the air filter goes. I'm going to get the air gun and blow it out really good. I don't want to clog up the brand new air filter, so we'll clean all this out here. Alright, I'll get the vacuum pump and start draining the oil. Oil's full but black. I'm going to go upstairs and get an air filter and a fuel filter. There's a fuel filter right there, like at the end of the dipstick over there. That looks pretty dirty too. Go get some parts and I'll be right back. Okay, got the new air filter and pre-filter. Okay, I got a new fuel filter. Change that real quick. There's a lot of dirt inside of this thing. Now we gotta change the oil filter. I don't know if I can get the camera in there all the way, but it's down here. I'll put a pan. Pan there can have a little bit of leakage. And I use these oil filter wrench. And I put a rag under it. And we'll grab a new Kawasaki oil filter. There's a part number there if you need it. Clean that little drip tray off and clean where this rubber gasket goes. Make sure that's nice and clean. And all you gotta do is put them hand tight snug. Don't use a wrench to tighten them up because they'll be twice as hard to take off. Alright, we'll grab some oil. I believe these are 1.5 quarts. Put 1.5 quarts in there and we'll check it after we start it up. We have to fill the oil filter and stuff up. Grab a funnel so we don't make a mess. Once you start an oil, like when you drain the oil and put a new filter on there, just finish it up and put oil in there before you start another project on the mower, so you just don't forget that you didn't add oil and you start up. So when you drain the oil and put a new filter on, just finish the process and put oil in there right away too. Then you don't have to worry about it. Like I said, we'll check the oil when we start up because it has to fill the oil filter up and everything. When I was looking, I might have to take these bagger brackets off to get to the spark plugs. But that's no big deal. So I'm going to move this lawnmower around and I'll try showing you that spring and replace that tension spring. Try moving the lawnmower around a little bit so you can get a better view. Cause see all that wire right there? I'll grab the new spring. Looks like it must have fell off or broke and they just found another spring. That was a little bit too short, but it works. They unloaded off their trailer and everything, but this is a spring we're going to put on there, new one. It's not original equipment, but it's a rotary, and this is for probably 75% of the AYP 0 turns. But that's the number right there. You can use it for the deck spring and for that pivot iron spring. It's both the same thing. Kind of a universal spring, I guess. But there it is. That's pretty nice. I've had good luck with rotary. And it's like $10 cheaper too. Ain't much room to see everything. I apologize for that. All that wire they had on there. Yeah, the end broke off and they just bent it over. But this circle here that goes on that nut right there. Let's see if I can get this on with the screwdriver. If not, we'll just use a wire. And there we go. Looks a lot better than wire in there. Okay, now the throttle cable. We'll do that next. And our Torx. That was a Phillips, but I kind of glanced at it, but it's looks like it's a T20 maybe. It's like 2 screws. There we go. You know, I don't even think I'm going to need a new cable. You have this bolt on here that's actually loose. Let me try to tighten that. Might be able to save them a little bit of money. I think the throttle cable is almost $40. Like 38 it was through Husqvarna. All I gotta do is tighten this up. That'll save the customer a little bit of money. Maybe not, I don't know. Maybe it's just wore out. We'll try that. If that don't work, then I'll just put the new cable on. Yeah, I think that's gonna work. Okay, what else we need to do? I need to do the spark plugs real quick. We gotta take them brackets off the bagger to do that. Just kind of inspect everything, make sure there's no corrosion on the battery cables, make sure the battery cables are tight on the battery. Just basically look around, make sure all the plug-ins are all together. This is a well-maintained lawnmower, actually. Alright, pull it outside, make sure everything works on it. Well, there you go. Hope this video helps you out on checking everything out on one of these Husqvarna Z254Fs. It's kind of a step up from a regular residential lawnmower. I'm kind of impressed with it. But anyways, I hope it helps you out. Appreciate you watching. If you like my videos, please press the like button. Please subscribe. And you guys have a good afternoon.